Is push-up not your strongest suit? Are you looking for ways to get as many push-up reps as possible? Then you're in the right place. Push-ups are an excellent exercise that every man should be doing regularly. If you want to be fit, you must master body weight training first, and not start immediately with free weights or some fancy machines. If you can't do a push-up or many of them, chances are you're setting yourself up for injury or wasted time by trying to bench press to a ripped body. So the question now is, how can you increase your rep range for push-ups? First off, you must understand your needs. What works for others might not work for you. Stay tuned until the very end to learn how you can do more push-ups. What muscles do push-ups work? Push-ups work many major muscles of the upper body, including the arms, chest, shoulders, triceps, and even the core. For this reason, the push-up has been a mainstay fitness movement that's performed everywhere from the school to the gym to the army barracks. If you're struggling to do even one push-up, all hope is not lost. Follow this video guide to push your way to perform more push-ups and ultimately build more strength. Tips to do more push-ups easily. Number 1, know what exactly your body needs. Whatever exercise it is, there's just no one-size-fits-all approach. In this case, a strength training program should then be tailored to suit your needs. In addition, it has to be according to how you respond to exercise, which differs based on many variables like body size and shape, genetics, injuries, and chronic conditions. If you're still working on increasing your upper body and core strength, you'll likely benefit more from doing push-ups on your knees before proceeding to the standard version. Before we continue, a like would be great. Number 2, have the correct form. A push-up is a compound exercise as it involves engaging multiple joints and working different muscle groups at once. For the most part, push-ups can be felt the most in the upper body, primarily the deltoids, the pectoral muscles, the triceps and biceps, and the muscles on both sides of the spine and the back. Before you crank out several reps, you must nail down good push-up form first. For a high plank variation, it's important to focus on the neutral alignment of the neck and spine to avoid sagging in the middle. Then, as you lower and lift, ensure that your elbows aren't locked out. Below are 5 steps to practice a good push-up form and eventually get more reps out. First, get in a tabletop position as in all fours with your hands placed slightly wider than your shoulders. Second, extend your legs back and tuck your toes under, all the while raising your knees off the floor. Maintain a straight line from your head to toe so there's no sagging in the middle or arching of the back. You may also place your feet a little wider or narrower, whatever helps you feel more stable. Third, before lowering down, draw your belly button in toward your spine to engage your abdominal muscles. Fourth, while inhaling, start bending your elbows. Keep them hugged as you lower yourself until your elbows reach a 90-degree angle. Lastly, as you exhale, contract your chest muscles and push back up through your hands to go back to your starting position. Again, make sure not to lock your elbows. Instead, keep them slightly bent so your triceps and biceps stays engaged. Do you know your maximum rep count? You should if you want to increase your number of push-ups. More details about this next. Number 3, determine your maximum rep range. To find your maximum rep count, do as many push-ups as possible and take note of the figure. When you perform sets of push-ups, obviously you don't always reach your max count. To many, they hit around 80% of their maximum. An easy way to find your number is to know where the push-up starts going from a comfortable feeling to a very hard feeling. If you can max out at 50 push-ups, then you can use reps of 40 for your workouts. Number 4, start a daily regimen. In order to stick to a workout and increase your strength for your push-ups, you must establish a regular regimen and make it part of your weekly workout routine. For instance, you can start your cardio or strength training session with a few sets of push-ups. After you've determined your baseline repetition or rep range, you should start with the basics. Do a push-up workout every other day, say Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Make sure to start with a warm-up either through a slow jog, cycling using a stationary bike, or jumping rope. Then, do your basic workout with 3 sets of push-ups with a 30-second rest between sets. Remember to not overdo it, especially if you're just beginning. Doing push-ups every day will make you get better at them. Number 5, add more reps each week. Next, you should increase the number of push-ups you do per set each week. This lets you have a more controlled way of increasing your push-up count by allowing you to slowly increase the number each week. It doesn't have to be as many as 10 or even 5. Adding 1 or 2 push-ups more each week is good. For instance, if week 1 is 10 push-ups per day, then week 2 can be 11 to 12 push-ups per day. Anyway, it will add up over time. Plus, you should not increase to the point of exhaustion because this type of rigorous daily strain would only damage your muscles and hamper your recovery. Suffice it to say, increasing your reps is important, otherwise your body will get used to doing the same amount. Consequently, it won't be challenged anymore, so there won't be growth. The plain old classic push-up variation couldn't be more basic. And while it's one of the simplest to follow moves, it's also one of the hardest to actually execute properly. It's why even the strongest fitness buffs always work up a sweat when cranking out push-ups. Next up is how you can do push-ups easier and in turn do more of them. Number 6, apply tricks to make it easier for you. An even better way to work your way up to performing full push-ups is to elevate your hands. For instance, do it on a kitchen counter or table height. Once you can finish 3 to 4 sets of 10 to 15 push-ups on a surface, lower the surface to something along with a bench height, then 6 inches off the ground. Pretty soon, you'll be doing them on your mat. On the other hand, you can also try focusing on the downward motion very slowly as opposed to doing the entire push-up once. Irregular contractions are an excellent way of strengthening all those muscles quickly. All you need to do is slowly descend to the bottom of the push-up, then recover by placing your weight onto your knees and back up to a plank. You'd still feel the burn, of course, but it won't be nearly as bad. Number 7, vary your push-ups. You may change your basic hand position when executing push-ups. This is a great way to add variety to your workout and work various muscle groups. Some people find that by doing different push-ups that are a bit harder, they can easily do more standard push-ups. For example, you can try diamond push-ups for your first set, standard push-ups for the second set, your arms slightly wider on the third set. This is a more complete workout for the muscle groups worked during push-ups. Sooner or later, you'll notice that you're able to do fewer overall push-ups with variation, so make sure to take a new baseline measurement. Once you increase the number of push-ups you can do in a minute, think strength building. Number 8, work on building your strength. Once you've perfected your push-up form and technique, set a 1-minute timer and take note of the number of push-ups you can finish with good form before the timer goes off. Record that number and then repeat the timed exercise 1 to 2 more times. If you get fatigued and your form becomes bad, get on your knees or use an incline as we mentioned before. The main takeaway here is to focus on strength building. Let your upper body rest before doing the timed exercise again in a couple of days. Continue the cycle, and with time and patience, you can gradually do more push-ups in 1 minute. Did you know that push-ups can benefit your body beyond just getting shredded?
If you also enjoyed the video, hit that like button, share it with your friends, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel.